Welcome back to the 5-7 podcast. I am Mike Salinas, once again joined by the man who is the yin to my yang, the Steven Seagal to my Chuck Norris, the Sammy Sosa to my Mark McGuire. He's a United States veteran, a husband, a father. He specializes in IT and also keeping me out of prison since 2001, possibly earlier. His name is Mike Prieto, but you, and only you, may call him Pre.
Greetings. What's up?
Not much, man. Just finished up a movie right now. We are recording on Saturday evening, and we're enjoying the holiday weekend.
Yeah. It's definitely been a long Christmas season. I mean, we had Thanksgiving on November 22nd, so pretty much after that to Christmas, it's been a long month. It's been a good time though.
Definitely, man. The weather has been up and down. We've had some crazy winds over the past couple of days. I don't know if you've had what I've had over here, but my grill moved about 18 feet. I don't know how, and actually I left my propane tank all year long inside of it just to weigh it down more. I don't think it's good for you, but I was like, fuck it.
Well, if it's empty, it's not really doing nothing.
It's not empty.
Okay.
I can go out there and grill some steaks right now if you want, but
how many cowboy cuts can you fit on there?
As many as we need. Double stack them up.
Was it warm over there the other day?
Yeah, the day you said you were thinking about going for a run, and you mentioned it was about 55 degrees. That was that night. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when I heard my grill just rolling away.
Was it like rattling?
Yeah, like it was being pushed. I just looked outside the window. I was like, "Oh shit, my grill's going away." I mean, it probably would have tipped over and fell into the grass, which would have been pretty bad.
Did you not put the locks on it?
Dude, it was moving it with the locks on.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. The winds over here are really bad. It's like I had little Christmas trees in front of my house, and they were like completely in the grass. The guy's fence next door was like falling off. He has a PVC fence, just a standard PVC fence. It was getting blown over.
Sure.
He just installed it this past summer. The swing set was the swings on the swing set next door to the next door neighbor. Those things never actually reached the resting position. They were like flying up in the air like ghosts were riding them.
Oh man, that's funny.
It was insane.
So let's get into some mindset, man. Because it seems over the holidays, I've been talking to a lot of people, and for me generally, my workout doesn't really change. I try to. I'm not saying the workout doesn't change, but more like my attitude towards doing it. And when you get around the holidays, there's a lot of temptation out there. There's a lot of cake. There's a lot of cookies. There's a.
Wait, did you say cake twice?
I did, man, because there is.
Are you talking about cake and cake?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just regular cake. Like, it's at work. They got cookies, like all kinds of stuff, man. And it's nice to eat it. I mean, it's the sweets around the holidays are the best, and I definitely think that you should, definitely treat yourself. But at the same time, you need to keep the workout going. And the easiest way to do it is to, just keep your regular schedule. Try not to look at the time as if it's something different, as it's just, every other day, when you wake up at the same time every day, that really helps out. A lot of people, when it gets to the weekend, Saturday hits, Sunday hits, and they want to sleep in, and it's just, I think that it's a recipe for disaster, because you break that mold that you've already established in your week from Monday to Friday. So say you get up at 6 o'clock on Monday. It's going to be easier for you that following Monday if you get up at 6 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday as well. And it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but if you were to get into that habit, getting up at 6 o'clock isn't going to be a big deal, especially like on a Saturday or Sunday. I mean, you can go and take a nap, but it's important to have that that habit intact where you're getting up at the same time every day.
I enjoy waking up before others.
Do you,
If I
are
could wake up
you, are
before
you,
like others at work, you know, people are like, "Hey, man, I got up earlier today. I got up at 7." I'm like, "That's great." I was up at 3:30. I was by the time you were rolling around scratching your ball sack, I was actually cooking breakfast. I worked out for 2 hours. I went for a run. I ironed my clothes. I washed the dishes. I did this. I did that. I cleaned the garage, and you were just barely brushing your teeth.
you have a sense of accomplishment, by 8 o'clock hits, and it's good for your morale, and you know what, it keeps you sane in a way, because when you wake up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you wake up, you're groggy, you're tired. I mean, you're still tired, and it's like, if you're waking up at 7 o'clock and you're still tired, why not wake up at 5 and be tired and get your day rolling, while everybody else is sleeping.
Yeah, man. I think another contributor, you're talking about as a whole, this whole weak mindset thing. It's interesting because I think technology has enabled us a little bit to maintain a weaker mindset. I mean, do you remember back in the days where you would tell somebody, "Hey, man, I'll meet you at Bennigan's at 9 o'clock tonight"? It would be like 7 o'clock in the morning. But you know what? At 9 o'clock, you were there. You didn't have to call anybody to reaffirm that you guys were going to be there at the same time. You didn't have to wait in your car for that person to show up or call you or text you just to reconfirm the date and time. You were there, man. And nowadays, there's this flexibility. There's this additional lapse or this opportunity for us to fall back on and be a little bit more flaky, as you said off the air.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely an increase of flakiness in people, just in general, from, say, like you said, say we're supposed to meet up at 9 o'clock and they text you at 9:15 saying they're going to be 15 minutes late. They're going to be 15 minutes late. And it's like, okay, so we were supposed to meet at 9. It's 9:15 right now. And you say you're going to be 15 minutes late. So that's 9:30. So actually you're a half hour late, not 15 minutes. So yeah, I think that people have generally lost the idea of punctuation and the idea of, like, you set a meeting time and then you meet there.
Right. And I think, just going along with the same, maintaining a strong mindset, I think, is just holding yourself accountable for things. I like to tell somebody I'm going to do something just to force myself to do it even more. Like, I won't talk about working out unless I better to start doing it. Like, I won't start talking about it at work, saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit the gym tomorrow." If I tell people I'm hitting the gym tomorrow, I will actually wake up in the middle of the night and make sure I hit the gym. Like, it has to be reconfirmed within me. So, like, holding myself to that standard is definitely a major component to keep me mentally strong and a man of my word.
I think it's important to, people don't take accountability and they don't have any discipline. And I think that's what it really comes down to, because if you really think about it, I mean, other than, you being seriously ill, there's absolutely no reason why you can't tell yourself, tomorrow I'm going to get up at 5:30 or 6 and I'm going to go work out. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever. I mean, if you really think about it. So if you can convince yourself, and if you could tell yourself that, you know what, I'm just going to do it. You wake up in the morning and you're like, God, it's early, I'm tired. And you just get your ass out of bed. You're already halfway there. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm already out of bed. I've already gotten out of that sleep mode. I might as well, put my clothes on. And then you put your clothes on and then you're like, okay, well, I might as well go and do it. And, I'm not, if you're new to this and you're trying something different, and, if you're inclined to take our advice, it's going to be really fucking hard getting out there and doing it. But you know what? Once you get it done that first day, you're going to be like, wow, that was it. I can't believe that I just got it done. So when Tuesday comes around and you want to do it, and you don't have to go to the gym and absolutely murder yourself, you don't have to go there, and you don't have to be, putting on, 445 pound plates on each side of the squat rack and going at it. It doesn't need to be like that. All that you need to do is go out there and get your physical activity. And, I'm saying, if you get out there and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go for a run today, and you go for, a mile run, and you wake up the next day and you're like, you know what, I feel like going for another run, then go on ahead and do another run, because not only are you getting your cardio in, but you're starting the habit of actually getting out there and doing something.
Closing on the mindset thing, don't you love the let me know guys? And I mean, like, the guys that say, "Hey man, yeah, just let me know what let me know what you're gonna do. Yeah, hey, just let me know when you're gonna do that. Hey man, I wish you would let me know you're gonna go. Hey man, let me know next time you're gonna be there. I'd like to go too." Shut up, just shut up already. I get these guys all the time. I have close friends that are these let me know guys. I got a buddy. He says, "Hey man, let me know next time you want to come out and visit." I said, "I'm thinking maybe December 20th. All right, man. Well, let me know." I said, "I'm letting you know, December 20th.
Yeah, right now.
Oh, okay. Well, just let me know if that's if that's for sure." I said, "It's a for sure. I'm letting you know." All right, well, I guess you'll let me know then, huh? I'm like, "I'm letting you know. What do you mean, let you know? I'm letting you know." Yeah. All right, well, closest to the date, I guess you'll let me know then. I'm like, "I'm letting you know right now."
Yeah.
And these conversations, I mean, this is not even an exaggeration, which is the worst part about it. But the let me know guys, just stop it. Stop. Take that crap out of your vocabulary, please.
What kind of workouts are you doing right now?
None. I'm not doing any, man. Right now, I believe I am not. I told myself I was going to start doing before the new year, and I'm trying to pick which day I'm going to start. And maybe December 31st I started up. But the first 3 weeks are always the hardest weeks. The buy-in weeks that you got to mentally buy in, physically buy into the whole thing to build a routine, and then just think from once you get past that big hump, you're good to go. But
it is a hump.
I've had a few things going on, but yeah, man, I plan to. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be this guy. I did not want to be this guy, and I said it on this air. I did not want to be this guy, but I might be that guy that goes to the gym on January 2nd.
You can't do it, dude. You have to.
I know.
You have to do it tomorrow.
I know. Well, I'm not gonna be able to wake up at 3:30 a.m. tomorrow.
You don't have to do it in the morning. You could do it in the afternoon, just as long as you get it done tomorrow.
I refuse. It's like I just can't. I can't survive around people. I don't do well in a full gym.
Yeah. Okay. I don't either. When I go to the gym, I try to go at like the off times, like when people are either early in the morning, when people are going to lunch. For some weird reason, at my gym, there's nobody there between like 4:30 and 5:30.
Oh, nice.
Maybe people are going home and having dinner with their families or what have you, and then I try to go late at night because I think LA Fitness is open until like 11. So I'll if I get out of work late, I'll go up there, at like 10, and then or I'll go to the gym right by my house at like 9. But even if I'm like, not motivated, I'll work out at home. I'll do something at home.
No, definitely. We're only a couple days to the new year, so I'm heading into it, guys. I think I'm going to be driving myself right into the New Year's resolution, folks. And hopefully I'll weed some of those people out. I'll last a lot longer than they do.
Cool. So when you start up, I want to hear what you're doing. So when you do go, why don't you just tell us now? What are you going to be doing when you get in there?
Oh man, I usually start off. I dedicate usually one day strictly to chest and abs, and then I do a shoulder back on a second day. A third day is arms. Fourth day is legs. But cardio on actually every one of those days, I always do something cardiovascular. Usually a lot of running, and I say a lot, but that's like 2 miles for me. That's a lot. I hate running.
Yeah.
I'll do biking. It just, it just doesn't appeal to me, man. But I know I've got to get it done. So I wish I would have told myself that when I was, when we were like 14 and 15, going working out, trying to get 6-packs. Yeah. And instead of, I thought you can get a 6-pack by just lifting weights, and that's not necessarily the truth. I was eating terribly. I never watched what I was eating, ever in my life.
Well, dude, our metabolisms at the time were through the freaking roof.
Yeah, I was taking 3 shits a day, so it was. I couldn't keep it. I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't keep down a damn pretzel.
Yeah, I do cardio every single day that I work out. So, one day I'll go and, I'll do a mile run, or and then maybe the next day I'll do some intervals. And then a day after that, I'll get on the assault bike for, maybe a minute, and then I'll get into my workout, and then I'll jump back on assault the assault bike, after I do a set, I'll get on the assault bike again, and then I'll do another set, and then I'll get on the assault bike, and then on another day I'll get on the rower I'll probably do maybe 1,250 meters on the rower, and then I'll get into my workout. But that's pretty much like the type of cardio I do. I'll do stairs too.
God bless you. God bless your heart doing those stairs.
Yeah, man. It's it's when you walk upstairs, you're like, oh man, I haven't gone up. I haven't done stairs in a while. Stairs suck. I mean, I don't like stairs. I'd rather run than do stairs.
I did actually. You know what? I take that back. I did go to the gym today. I was at a funeral today, and I had to hold my son in a bicep curl position for roughly 15 straight minutes. And he's about 30 pounds. So I had to hold him this way because I had to kiss 15,000 Hispanic cousins. So, by the time I put my kid in the car, my arm was sore as hell. I couldn't even feel it. So that was my workout. Unfortunately, my left arm is now huge, and my right arm is thin as hell.
Well, you're left-handed, so that's how it's always been.
Yeah, I know. I can't do dual beating.
So do you use your workouts as like a stress reliever?
Oh man, yeah. I think it has to. I notice it does help me out a lot. I'm pretty much not a very talkative person, anyways. When I'm at home, I'm kind of just all business. But once I get that stress relief, it makes a big impact on me as a person. I think my wife would probably tell you the same thing, that I probably need to go to the gym more often.
Do you like what is it for you? Do you feel like a relief? Do you feel like a little euphoria? Do you ever go for like a run and you feel really good afterwards? Like you get like this kind of sense of euphoria where you have like this overwhelming like positive attitude afterwards?
Yeah, man. I guess I feel like how Marshawn Lynch felt when he like runs for a touchdown and he grabs his crotch, and I just feel I do the same thing at work when I like complete a project or I kick some ass like in a meeting. I come out the meeting and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, and I'm like, I've been caught doing this, but I like give middle fingers to everybody up and down the hallway, and that's exactly how I feel. I feel very exuberant, if that's makes any sense, but I feel like very much accomplished, and I think that's kind of what we're going for, I would assume.
Sure.
Some have different forms of expression. Don't mind mine. Mine might not be yours or an average human beings, but
average human beings don't tell everybody to fuck off after they've had some kind of triumph.
Right.
Maybe a lot of people do. I think especially when you've got doubters. There's nothing better than you kind of wanting to succeed. People telling you that you can't succeed, and then you do.
I love those people.
You'd love to go and tell them to fuck off after that.
God, I love those people.
So during the holidays, it's considered a pretty stressful time. Whether you're dealing with people at work or or family and friends and trying to get everybody together and getting Christmas settled out and Christmas plans and where you're going to do and where you're going to go. I think that having some kind of a release valve is really important because there's people walking around and you could just see them, their blood pressure's probably through the roof, they're upset and they don't have a release valve, and that workout, it's imperative to have a release valve period, whether you have some kind of like artistic inspiration, or you like to draw, or you like to write music, you like to crochet, or whatever, that having that release valve, is important. And,
I mean, I agree. I think some people that are maybe a little older outside of the demo, I don't know, man. I think they fall into a bit of a pit, and especially around Christmas time when you got to spend additional money that you don't have.
Yeah.
So, I had a coworker tell me, this is, they're going through some things right now, and it's not the best times. And it's like, I feel like crap. I'm just going to eat like crap because I really don't care.
Right.
and that the crap is like, let me get 4 Diet Cokes, some rainbow sherbet, and a couple cookies, and just, it's basically diet suicide. And I don't know, you try to talk to them and say, yeah, it's probably not the best. You're probably going to hate yourself tomorrow. And they usually do. They feel even worse. But like you start falling down that ladder, it's really difficult to get back up out of it.
Yeah. Like for those people, I always, and you know who they are when you see them. Whenever I see those people, I always try to give them like some kind of I don't want to say a pat on the back, but kind of like an affirmation that, that I recognize that they're alive and that they're a person. Like I try and make them laugh, or I try to bring like some kind of like a light to their life where they're like, maybe that could be like a spark where they're like, you know what, maybe I'm not going to do that, because this guy isn't drinking 4 Diet Cokes. This guy isn't, drowning himself in rainbow sherbet, like what is he doing? And then maybe they'll come and talk to you like, hey, what are you doing? And you tell them, and they're like, hey, I try and do this, or I listen to this kind of music, and they're like, well, maybe I'm going to try that too, because I want to make a difference, because I'm tired of feeling like shit. I'm tired of feeling sorry for myself, because in a way, that's pretty much what it is. It's a lack of self-confidence, and it's people feeling sorry for themselves. And a lot of times it's looked at as a very bad thing, and I think that it is a bad thing, but in a way, everybody does it. Times get bad for some people, and they start feeling sorry for themselves, and they need people to bring them out of it,
Yeah, man. I see, on Instagram, I follow a couple of different interesting accounts, and I see people with children that are dealing with a lot of hospital and medical issues, man. That these people are driven to just still succeed and make their life normal as possible. And I'm like,
and they're positive.
Yeah, man.
And they're positive. And that's like it's not the word. It's like, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, how can I complain about my life when this kid over here has a better attitude than I have, and they're fighting cancer. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, I'm gonna go outside, and I'm gonna go outside, and I'm gonna go beat my face against a brick wall, and then I'm gonna come back in with a better attitude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I'm over here getting pissed off because my garage door decided it didn't want to open all the way the other day. It decided it was going to not open. It went up like 95%, and I was reversing. And I'll be honest with you, I drive a little fast. So when I was flying in backwards, I smashed it into my garage door because it wasn't up all the way. Because I couldn't tell because it was that little bit amount, but it hit the top of my car. It dented my garage, and I was not a happy camper.
I wouldn't have been. I would have been if I was your wife. If I was your wife, I would have locked your ass out. As soon as you went to unlock it, you'd notice that it would lock right back as you tried to get in, and then as soon as you tried to do the deadbolt, you'd notice the deadbolt just rolls right back in.
I tell you what, it actually did not look that bad at all, but. I was when I got out of the car. I was man. Ugh, it was bad. It was pretty ugly.
So when you have that, kind of like that feeling of maybe I won't say things are down, but you're just not as motivated. Do you listen to music? Like what kind of music do you listen to?
Man, music is weird right now. I think you and I are we're on the same wavelength. Music is changing rapidly. There's a lot of interesting combinations of music. Genres are getting hard to depict right now. I don't know, like alternative and rock are kind of dead or not really the same as they used to be. Yeah. Right now I find myself listening to I listen to a lot of like R&B. I listen to a lot of EDM. like the more traditional EDM, I guess. It wouldn't be like the new mixtures, which is like Wiz Khalifa's and I don't know, somebody else and Marshmello or some shit. It's a little bit more of just without the rappers. Not that I don't like rap. I do like rap. I think I just like a little bit more of the traditional rap. Like I'm wearing a little Tupac shirt here. I like Tupac, but
of course,
there's it's just weird, man. But that's kind of what I'm into. How about yourself?
It really depends. It's Christmas, so I like to listen to Christmas music. Well, it's still the Christmas season. I believe the Christmas season goes until January 1st, and that's when I've kind of flipped the switch. But in general, man, I like to listen to. It really depends on the mood. If I'm looking to, kind of go out there and seize the day, I'll listen to some to get me motivated, to get me hyped. I'll listen to some Tupac. I'll listen to some Ice Cube, and I love that stuff. Especially like the old gangster rap, man. I love that stuff. And but if I'm looking to, kind of just I don't want to say mellow out, but it's kind of weird, man, because I still listen to trance, and trance can make me, get me really hype, or it can get me into that mode where like I'm ready to go to bed, and it could be the same song, I still listen to a lot of what's her name? They do the Juna beats, Above and Beyond. I still listen to a lot of Above and Beyond, and they're just awesome. But that's, I wouldn't say a majority of what I listen to, but it is. I throw my iPod on. I throw my iPod on random, and I listen to whatever comes up. But I don't listen to a lot of today's music.
Yeah, like last week, it's funny. On Monday, I think I was listening to country. Tuesday,
I love country.
Tuesday it was rap. Wednesday it was 90s dance. Thursday it was movie scores. And Friday it was like 2000 R&B. So like I'm pretty much all over the grid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not even the extent of my spectrum. I go in some other I'll try out some different things. Whatever Spotify's got going on, I try to give something a shot out and see what I like.
Okay. Do you listen to? Do you have like a Spotify playlist that you listen to when you work out, or do you use like your locally stored music?
Yeah, I use my stored. I do have a couple playlists. Obviously, I got Rocky mixed in there, of course. Rocky
of
4
course.
training montage, of course.
Yeah, I do too.
Everybody's got that one, but it's more rap. Harder rap. It's more Eminem. It's more probably some Linkin Park. It's more like just stuff that's more yelling, fast paced, a lot of more BPMs with it, and maybe some Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
When I'm doing weights, or I'm doing those types of workouts, I'm listening to like hardcore stuff.
What do you listen to when you run?
When I run, I listen to trance.
Yeah, I gotta take my mind off it.
Yeah, man, because there's a lot of, like Mimas. Do you remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like it's like an 8-minute song, but like it starts off, it comes up, and then it kind of brings you back down, but it's really long, and it helps me not only it helps me find my pace, and helps me find my breathing, gets my breathing right, and then it helps me get me into the mode that okay. I'm running. I've already been running for 8 minutes, so I found my pace. What's next, and then the next song comes on, and it depends. It could be a longer song, or like not longer than the 8-minute one, but like 5 minutes. But it'll get me, it'll get me going, man. And I like to stay in that even groove where like kind of like my mind can go off and think about something else other than what I'm doing, which is running.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I completely agree with that.
So yeah, I listen to the hardcore stuff when I'm listening to the hardcore stuff when I'm lifting weights, and I listen to trance for the most part when I'm running.
I like it. What? Speaking of taking your mind off of things, what about movies lately? See anything spark your interest? Anything wet your whistle recently?
You know what, dude? Interstellar came on today, and I was like, you know what?
Great movie.
it was in the middle. My wife was, she was doing some stuff in the kitchen, and
she was like literally like doing stuff like just like pots and pans are just getting thrown all over.
She was making a buffalo chicken dip because we were going to my in-laws tonight, and so she was in there, and then Interstellar came on. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it on because I own it. I'm just gonna throw it on, and I'm gonna watch it. And dude, that's such a great movie, man. I remember when we went and saw it in the theater. It was so long, but the score, man, the score was so good because it was just like this overbearing score that really like highlighted big points of the movie. Like, remember when he was driving away from the house and he left his daughter there, and the score just got really loud.
Sure.
It's just it's
immersive.
It's just a fantastic movie, dude. So I was watching that today, and my mom had to work on Christmas, so I had a small Christmas gathering yesterday at my place with my mom and my sister and her boyfriend and my wife and my 2 kids. So we hung out, we had dinner, we exchanged gifts, and we watched The Polar Express, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. And it was a really great time. It's just a great movie. The movie has a great message about kids and believing, and actually you can kind of take it into your life, because it's about believing in Santa Claus and all that, and the kids are the only ones who can hear the bells because they believe in Santa, and the adults can't hear it because they don't believe. And in life, if you believe in something, everybody else doesn't have to believe in it too. You can follow, I don't want to say follow your dream, but follow whatever you're trying to do. If you believe in it, you can make it happen. And if it doesn't work out, then you didn't really truly believe in it, because people who are truly believing in what they want to do, they make it happen for some reason.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because you brought up Christmas movies.
Yeah, and I love Christmas movies.
I think the last Christmas movie you and I watched, like legit movie, was the Jack Frost movie.
Like the horror.
There was a
Jack
horror
Frost.
film. There was a horror film called Jack Frost. So
I think Michael Keaton was in it, wasn't he?
Man, I don't know. No, I'm talking about the really bad one where he was like a murderer.
Yeah.
And it was like a snowman.
Yeah.
And he so he would like take his he was actually like having sex with women but using his carrot, where his it was crazy. I think we might have found it in the hidden section at our local movie establishment, which was Family Video, which is no longer, which might be closing up all of them now.
You know what? No, there's one in Glenview. There's one.
Is there?
Yeah, and there's a lot of I see people going in there all the time.
Wow, you know what? Family Video just closed up near my house, and it got replaced by a Family Express gas station.
What?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Which Family Video? Like, where was it at? Is that the one on Griffith?
It's in Griffith. It's on 45th.
What's that? Colfax and Griffith?
Yeah,
45th?
That one.
Wow, they finally closed that, huh?
Yeah. So a Video was replaced by an Express. Same family. No, I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't know, but 80s movies are that movie was absolutely hysterical. I'm not sure why we rented that, but that was just one of our things that we did here and there.
So we had
I watched The Breakfast Club the other day, and it's funny you talk about the score of Interstellar. There's like almost no score in The Breakfast Club, and I noticed it because I always listen to scores, but it's just so quiet throughout the movie. I mean, it makes sense for that movie, it's fine. I'm not complaining about it, but it's really interesting when you think about it and you watch it and you actually focus on it. You're like, man, it's really quiet in this movie. And I was like, man, there's some really good opportunities to drive home a couple points, but it's cool. It was just there. Actually, I just finished watching Unbreakable, which stars Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis. Man, Samuel L. Jackson, that guy, man,
he's been in everything.
He's a fucking great actor.
Hey, dude,
really
I need to say this. It was not the one with Michael Keaton. Apparently, the one with Michael Keaton is like more of a wholesome movie.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's
this
another.
This is a piece
horror.
of crap movie, the one that we watched.
Yeah, it was. It was made in like 1997, and it was directed by Michael Cooney. I had
His
to
name
look
was
it up.
Cooney?
Michael Cooney, yeah, and it,
Wow.
but it was an absolutely horrific movie. Actually, we didn't even finish it. We got to a point, and I was like, you know what, dude, this movie freaking sucks, and we didn't even finish it.
It was like Leprechaun in the Hood, man. I just couldn't finish it. Like some of these movies, I think I rent them just for the pleasure of laughing at them and not taking them serious. And then I'm like, I can't finish this crap. I can't do it. But sorry. I watched Unbreakable today, and I just realized it was part of a 3-part series of some sort. And I guess I got to watch the next one, which is Splice or some crap. I don't know.
What? No. I think they made 2 of
Switch.
them, didn't they? I
What?
thought they made 2. I
No,
thought they did Unbreakable, another one, and then Splice or Split. Split.
Well, Split is part 2,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude. To be honest with you,
I didn't really know. I didn't know what to expect when I watched it, but all I knew is they had 2 people that were from The Sixth Sense that were in this movie. So I didn't know what to expect. All I knew is, guess what? All I knew is, guess what, Bruce Willis? You're not going to do that shit to me twice. You're not going to do this to me. So I was ready, man. I mean, I was analyzing every little thing. I mean, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew this guy was going to try to fuck me over in the end and be like, hey, haha, guess what? I'm dead. It's all a dream. I was like, not me, Bruce Willis. You're not doing this shit to me. So I completely overthought the whole movie, and it was not as overcalculated as I thought it was going to be. And shame on me, but it was actually still a good movie.
You liked it then?
Yeah, no, I did, and I was completely overthinking it. So, can you imagine if I walked into it not thinking like a prick, like, not this time, Bruce Willis.
So, like, how often do you go to the movies?
Rarely. Once a year, maybe, roughly.
No kidding. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, that's pretty much me. I went to go see Star Wars: The Last Jedi last year. I hated it. I can probably do an entire podcast episode on why I didn't like it. Other than visually the movie was great, but it was the writing. I didn't like how they portrayed Luke and I didn't like the writing for it at all. But I really like the visually. It's a very visually appealing movie, but the writing was horrific, I thought.
You're talking about the Star Wars, right? Not the the one with
The Last Jedi, the one that came out episode 8.
I don't. Yeah. I admit, man, I'm not a follower of the whole thing.
Oh god.
But yeah, actually, that one caught a lot of flack on Twitter. That's something I did know. I did notice.
Yeah. I walked out of it. I saw The Force Awakens. I loved it, and I was walking out of seeing The Last Jedi, and this guy next to me, he's like, "Hey, man, should I be feeling angry right now?" And I was like, "Dude, you're not alone. I don't even know how to feel because I love Star Wars so much that I wanted to love it, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't like it."
Do you think it has something to do with Disney taking over it?
No, I think it has something to do with Rian Johnson not understanding who the characters are.
Who the hell is Rian Johnson?
He made that movie Looper. Did you ever see that?
No.
It was really good. It was
that filmed in Chicago? No, it wasn't. No.
I don't think so. But Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it, and it was pretty cool because Joseph Gordon-Levitt is actually Bruce Willis's character at the beginning, and they put facial prosthetics on him so that he looked like a younger Bruce Willis.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was a really good movie. And Rian Johnson's actually he's a pretty good sci-fi director. I like him, but he didn't understand the characters, and he didn't understand who the characters were, and I think that's generally what the problem was. I just recently read the entire Darth Vader run. It was 25 issues, and it took place right after Episode 3, and it was written by Charles Soule. And this guy did an absolutely phenomenal job. And if you were to read it, you would understand what the problems are with the Last Jedi. and it's because the guy who was running it didn't understand the characters. And if you're listening and you're into Star Wars, you'll be doing yourself a favor by reading the new Darth Vader run that started in 2017, written by Charles Soule. It was phenomenal. Just ended a couple weeks ago.
Is that Soul spelled like Sohl or something?
Soule.
Wow.
He actually, some of his other work, he did the death of Wolverine, the search for Wolverine, and now he's doing the return of Wolverine.
So he's pretty much obsessed.
He's good, dude. He's good, man. I'm a fan of the guy after reading his Vader run. It was phenomenal.
Well, as long as he's good at it, man.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good. It's about stories. When I watch movies or anything, I like a concise, good, really good stories like Westworld. Yeah. Westworld is pretty big, but it's another phenomenal. That's a phenomenal show, I believe.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is piss off any Star Wars fans.
yeah, they'll burn your Twitter account down.
Hell, you bet your ass. Get a bunch of lightsabers right through your scrotum. It's the last thing you want, pal.
You'll get that 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, they'll get you, man. They'll get you where it hurts. Anything else, Mike? Closing up here.
No, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'd like to, if you're listening, I'd like to thank you for listening. We're going to have our interviews coming out very soon. We're going to be interviewing people, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great ride, and we're going to have a lot of interesting, different people.
Yeah, and Mike's kind of playing it soft, but the people they've got some different occupations that they're part of in life that sometimes we take for granted or that we don't even know exist. And we're getting some inside perspectives on what they do on a daily basis, as well as going to answer some hard-hitting questions and maybe make some interesting factoids for all you folks out there that want to know a little bit more or know some things that you maybe never thought about.
Yeah, we want to bring some awareness to just your general everyday life, what's going on out in the world, and we've got some good interviews coming. We've got a woman who's been in the military for 15 plus years, and she's done a phenomenal job with it. We've got a DA coming up, a district attorney coming up that we're going to talk to. And we've got a man who's lived 90 years. He's going to go through his life living in the Great Depression, and those are going to be like what we've got coming up. But we've got a lot more as well. Right,
and aside from that, obviously you have Pri and I doing our usual banter once a week here to go along with that. So in closing, I'm Mike, and signing off, and I got nothing more to add. But how about you, Pri?
Have a great night, guys.
Have a good night. Peace out.